The only thing standing between you and the life you want is you. Every day people wake up, hoping for change, waiting for something to happen, wishing for a miracle. But here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to wake you up and force you to chase your dreams. No one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. No one is going to fix your problems while you sit back and wait. The world doesn't owe you anything. And the longer you wait, the more time you waste. Look around. How many people do you know who said they'd start next Monday, but never did? Who said they'd chase their dreams when the time is right, but are still stuck in the same place? The graveyard is full of people who waited for the perfect moment that never came. But you have a choice. You can keep waiting, making excuses, living the same story over and over again. Or you can decide, right here, right now, that you're done waiting. That this is the moment everything changes. Because if you don't stand up for yourself, who will? If you don't take control, who will? If you don't start today, when will you? No more waiting, no more excuses, no more hoping. It's time to act. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to take back control, break free from hesitation, and start building the life you were meant to live. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I take you on a journey that will change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you see yourself forever. Let's dive in. Number 1. Stop waiting. No one is coming to save you. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll wait until I'm ready? How many dreams have you put on hold because you were waiting for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, or for someone to give you permission to go after what you want? The truth is, most people spend their entire lives waiting for motivation, waiting for luck, waiting for someone to come and pull them out of their situation. But here's the reality that most refuse to accept. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to walk into your life and hand you success. No one is going to knock on your door and say, here's your dream life. It's all set up for you. If you don't get up and make it happen, it never will. Think about it. How many people have wasted years of their lives waiting for the right time? They say they'll start when they have more money, more confidence, more experience, or when life gets easier. But time doesn't wait for them, and neither does success. They wake up years later in the same place, wondering where all their time went. The most successful people in the world weren't ready when they started. They had doubts, fears, and obstacles, just like you. But they didn't let that stop them. They took action before they felt ready. They moved before they had all the answers. And because they acted, their lives changed. Now let's talk about responsibility, because that's what this is really about. If you're waiting for someone else to change your life, you've already lost. You have to understand that you are the only one responsible for your success, your happiness, and your future. If you don't like where you are, it's on you to change it. If you're struggling, it's on you to find a way out. Blaming others, your parents, your boss, your past, society won't change anything. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment you take back control. Excuses will try to convince you otherwise. I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I don't know where to start. These are the lies people tell themselves to justify staying in their comfort zone. But let me ask you, if not now, then when? If you don't start today, what makes you think you'll start next week, next month, or next year? The conditions won't be perfect. You will never feel 100% ready, and that's okay. The key is to start anyway. The most dangerous thing you can do is delay your dreams. Every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. Regret is one of the heaviest burdens to carry, and the worst kind of regret is knowing you had the chance to change your life, but you didn't take it. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Are you living the life you want, or are you still stuck in the same place, making the same excuses? The only difference between those two futures is what you decide to do right now. So here's your wake-up call. Stop waiting. No one is coming to save you. If you want something, go after it. If you want to change, make it happen. You are responsible for your life, your choices, and your success. It's time to take action. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Number 2, knowledge is power, but only if you use it. You've heard it 1,000 times before. Knowledge is power, but that's only half the truth. Knowledge alone is useless if you don't act on it. The world is full of people who read books, watch motivational videos, attend seminars, and take courses. Yet their lives never change. They absorb all this information. But when it comes to applying it, they do nothing. They believe that learning is enough, that gathering knowledge somehow guarantees success. But here's the reality. Knowing what to do means nothing if you don't do it. Think about how many people know how to get in shape. They know the importance of diet, exercise, and consistency. They've watched videos, read articles, maybe even hired a coach. But do they actually follow through? No, they know what to do, but they don't do it. The same goes for success in any area. Business, relationships, personal growth. Millions of people know how to budget, invest, build a business, or develop a skill. Yet they remain stuck in the same place year after year. Why? Because they consume knowledge, but they don't execute. They mistake learning for progress. We live in an era of unlimited information. At the touch of a button, you can access the wisdom of the greatest minds in history. You can learn the exact steps to achieve wealth, health, and personal success. But all the knowledge in the world means nothing if it just sits in your head. Too many people are trapped in what's called analysis paralysis. They overthink, over-research, and convince themselves they need just a little more information before they start. They wait for the perfect strategy instead of taking imperfect action. But here's the truth. You will never know everything before you start. You learn by doing. No book, no video, no mentor can substitute for real-world experience. Execution is what separates the successful from the stagnant. The people who achieve their goals aren't necessarily the smartest or the most educated. They are the ones who take action, fail, adjust, and keep going. They don't just learn, they apply. They take risks, make mistakes, and grow from real-life experience. And because of that, they move forward while everyone else stays stuck in the cycle of learning without doing. So how do you break out of this cycle? You start before you're ready. Instead of endlessly consuming information, pick one thing and apply it today. If you've been learning about fitness, commit to exercising right now. If you've been researching business ideas, take the first step. Create a plan, build something, make a move. If you've been studying self-discipline, challenge yourself to wake up early, eliminate distractions, and build productive habits. The key is action. Every time you learn something new, immediately find a way to use it. Even if you don't do it perfectly, the experience will teach you more than any book ever could. It's time to change your mindset about knowledge. Don't just be a student of information. Be a student of action. Stop waiting to feel ready or to have all the answers. The most successful people aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who apply what they know consistently. They read a book and implement one lesson. They hear an idea and put it into practice. They don't just consume knowledge, they turn it into results. Imagine if, starting today, you committed to applying one thing you learn every single day. Imagine if, instead of just reading about success, you started living it. Where would you be a year from now? How different would your life look? Because the truth is, 5 years from now, you won't remember most of what you read, but you will live the results of what you applied. Knowledge is potential power, but only action turns that potential into reality. You already have everything you need to start changing your life. You don't need more books, more videos, more theories. You need to take what you already know and act on it. So stop waiting, stop hesitating, and start doing. Because the only knowledge that truly matters is the knowledge you use. Number 3, move now. Because action is the only cure for fear. Fear has kept more people trapped than any physical barrier ever could. It whispers doubts in your mind, making you hesitate, making you second-guess yourself, making you believe you're not ready. Fear convinces you to wait, to prepare more, to gather more knowledge, to delay your first step until you feel ready. But here's the truth. You will never feel ready. No amount of preparation will erase the fear completely. No amount of thinking will eliminate uncertainty. The only way to silence fear is to move. The only cure for hesitation is action. Think about all the times fear has held you back. Maybe you wanted to start a business, but the fear of failure stopped you. Maybe you wanted to ask for a promotion, but the fear of rejection made you stay silent. Maybe you wanted to change your life, but the fear of stepping into the unknown made you stay where you were. And where did that hesitation get you? Nowhere. Fear didn't disappear. It only grew stronger. The longer you wait, the more fear controls you. Every time you hesitate, you reinforce the belief that you are not capable, that you are not ready, that you should wait just a little longer. But waiting is a trap. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Look at successful people. Do you think they weren't afraid? Of course they were. But the difference is they moved anyway. They felt the fear, they acknowledged the doubt, and they took action regardless. They understood that courage is not the absence of fear, it is moving forward despite fear. The most powerful thing you can do in life is to take action before you feel ready. Action builds confidence. Every small step forward weakens fear's grip on you. When you move, you prove to yourself that fear is just an illusion, a mental barrier that can be shattered with a single step. Imagine standing at the edge of a cold swimming pool. You hesitate, knowing the water will feel freezing. You dip a toe in, pull back, and think about whether you should jump. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. But the moment you leap, the moment you immerse yourself, your body adapts. The cold no longer feels unbearable. It becomes normal. Life works the same way. Fear is the cold water, and the only way to overcome it is to jump in. Think about the most important things in your life. Your job, your relationships, your personal growth. None of it happened because you waited for fear to disappear. It happened because at some point, you took a leap, you acted. You made a decision and followed through. And that's exactly what you need to do today. No more hesitation, no more excuses. Every second you delay is a second lost forever. Fear will always try to stop you, but action will always overpower it. The mistake most people make is thinking they need confidence before they act. But confidence is a byproduct of action. You don't become confident before you start, you become confident because you start. A musician doesn't feel confident playing in front of a crowd until they've done it multiple times. A public speaker doesn't feel comfortable on stage until they've spoken in front of audiences repeatedly. An entrepreneur doesn't feel ready to run a business until they start one. Confidence isn't given to you. It's earned through experience. So what's stopping you? What's the excuse you've been using? Is it fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of making mistakes? Let me tell you something. Failure is part of success. Every great achiever has failed more times than they can count. But they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as feedback. They learned, they adjusted, and they moved forward. The only real failure is never trying at all. If you fall, you can stand back up. But if you never move, you stay exactly where you are, stuck. And what about judgment? Are you afraid of what others will say? The truth is, most people are too busy dealing with their own insecurities to care about your journey. And even if they do judge, does it matter? Will their opinions pay your bills? Will their criticism change your life? No, but your actions will. People who criticize are usually the ones too scared to take action themselves. The ones who succeed are too busy building their own lives to tear down others. Don't let the fear of judgment rob you of your future. The time for waiting is over. The time for hesitation is done. There is no perfect moment to start. There is only now. Your future self is waiting for you to take action today. The version of you who is successful, confident, and unstoppable doesn't exist in some far-off dream. They exist on the other side of fear, and the only way to reach them is to take the first step. One action, one move, one decision. That's all it takes to break the cycle of fear. So what will you do? Will you keep waiting, keep hesitating, keep allowing fear to dictate your life? Or will you move? Will you take control? Will you step forward despite the fear? Because the truth is, action is the only cure for fear. The moment you take that first step, fear loses its power. And the moment you keep moving, you become unstoppable. Number 4, life will hit you but rise every time you fall. Life doesn't care about your plans, your dreams, or your perfect vision of the future. It will hit you when you least expect it, knock you down when you think you're making progress, and test you in ways you never imagined. No one escapes hardship. No one walks through life without setbacks. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't intelligence, luck, or talent, it's resilience. It's the ability to get back up. No matter how many times life knocks you down, think about the greatest stories of success. None of them are smooth, effortless journeys. Every successful person you admire has faced moments when they wanted to quit. They've lost everything, failed in front of the world, been rejected, doubted, ridiculed, but they kept going. They got back up when they had every reason to stay down. They understood one fundamental truth. Life's punches don't define you. How you respond does. Maybe you've faced failure before. Maybe you've given your all to something. A career, a relationship, a dream, only to watch it fall apart. Maybe you've felt the gut-wrenching pain of disappointment, betrayal, or loss. And maybe, just maybe, you started to believe that it wasn't worth trying anymore. That life was too hard. That success wasn't meant for you. But let me tell you something. That moment right there is the moment that separates winners from the defeated. Because when you're at your lowest, you have two choices: stay down or get up. And your entire future depends on that decision. Pain is not an excuse to quit. Pain is the fuel that builds greatness. Every struggle you endure is shaping you, toughening you, forging the strength you will need to succeed. Think about the strongest people you know. Not the physically strong, but the mentally unbreakable. Do you think their strength came from an easy life? No. It came from pain, from hardships, from getting back up every time life tried to break them. Strength isn't given, it's earned through battle. The problem is that most people don't see struggle this way. They see pain as a stop sign. They take failure personally, as if it's proof that they aren't good enough. They let one rejection, one loss, one disappointment convince them that they should stop trying. But failure isn't proof that you should quit. It's proof that you are in the process of becoming something greater. It's the price of entry for success. Every setback you face is a lesson, a test, a stepping stone to something bigger. But only if you refuse to give up. Think about the most resilient people in history. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Colonel Sanders was rejected 1,009 times before someone believed in his chicken recipe. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job because she was told she wasn't fit for television. These people didn't just fail. They failed spectacularly, repeatedly, publicly, and yet they rose. They refused to accept defeat because they knew that failure was just part of the journey. Now let's talk about your journey. Maybe you're dealing with a challenge right now. Maybe life has thrown a punch you didn't see coming. Maybe you're struggling financially, emotionally, or mentally. Maybe you feel like you've lost your purpose, like you don't know how to get back up. But you do. Deep down, you know you have more fight left in you. You know you weren't meant to stay down. You know that quitting isn't an option. Because if you quit now, what happens? Do things get better? Does life suddenly become easier? No. You'll just live with the regret of knowing you gave up on yourself, that you let the pain win, that you allowed life to dictate your story instead of writing it yourself. And that's a burden far heavier than any failure. So here's what you need to do. Stand up. No matter how many times you've fallen, no matter how broken you feel, no matter how tired you are, get back up. Dust yourself off. Wipe away the tears, shake off the doubt, and take one more step forward. Because every time you rise, you become stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you are unbreakable. Life's greatest rewards don't go to those who never fall. They go to those who never stay down. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Every challenge you overcome becomes part of your story. A story of resilience, of triumph, of becoming the person you were meant to be. And one day you'll look back at this moment and realize that it wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to build you. So rise. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now get up and keep fighting. Because no matter how hard life hits, no matter how many times you fall, the only thing that matters is that you always rise again. Number 5, show up daily. Because success belongs to the consistent. Success doesn't belong to the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. It belongs to the ones who show up every single day, no matter what. It belongs to the person who keeps pushing when no one is watching. The one who stays committed long after the excitement fades. The one who does the work even when they don't feel like it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, it's consistency. Most people start strong. They set big goals, make grand plans, and for a few days or weeks, they put in the effort. But then something happens. They get tired. Life gets busy, motivation fades, and little by little, they start making excuses. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired today. I'll get back to it next week. Before they know it, the habit is gone. The goal is abandoned, and they're right back where they started, frustrated, stuck, and wondering why nothing in their life ever changes. That's because motivation is unreliable. If you rely on motivation to get things done, you will fail. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll feel unstoppable, but other days, you won't want to do anything at all. Discipline is what carries you through the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. The people who achieve greatness aren't the ones who wait to feel inspired. They're the ones who show up whether they feel like it or not. They understand that progress is built one small step at a time through daily effort, through repeated action, through relentless consistency. Think about a musician who practices their instrument daily versus one who practices once a month. The daily player improves rapidly, while the inconsistent one stays average. Think about an athlete who trains every day versus one who only trains when they feel like it. The one who commits daily develops endurance, skill, and strength, while the other remains stagnant. Success in any area of life works the same way. The ones who show up consistently are the ones who win. The problem is that most people expect instant results. They start working out and expect to see a transformation in a week. They start a business and expect to be successful overnight. But success doesn't work like that. Consistency is like planting seeds. You don't plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. You water it, you nurture it, you show up every day and take care of it, even when you see no progress, because you trust that if you keep going, one day the results will come. This is why so many people quit too soon. They don't see immediate rewards, so they assume their efforts aren't working. But success isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do consistently over time. Every great athlete, artist, entrepreneur, or leader you admire has one thing in common. They didn't quit. They kept going when others stopped. They showed up every single day, even when it was hard, even when they felt like they weren't making progress. And because of that, they became great. You must learn to embrace the process. Too many people are addicted to results, but hate the journey. They want the rewards, but not the work. They want to be in shape, but don't want to exercise every day. They want financial freedom, but don't want to put in years of effort. They want success, but they don't want to commit to the process that creates it. But here's the reality. If you don't love the process, you won't last long enough to see the results. The people who win are the ones who fall in love with showing up. They don't just work when they feel like it, they make it part of who they are. So how do you build consistency? You make it non-negotiable. You treat it like brushing your teeth. Something you do daily, no matter what. You don't wait until you feel like it. You don't leave it up to chance. You commit. You show up. Even when you're tired. Even when you're busy. Even when progress is slow. Because the only way to guarantee failure is to stop. Imagine if, 1 year ago, you committed to a goal and never quit. Imagine if you worked on that skill, that business, that dream every single day. Even for just an hour. Where would you be today? The truth is, your life is a direct reflection of the choices you make daily. Your habits shape your future. What you do consistently matters far more than what you do occasionally. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop looking for shortcuts. Commit to showing up daily, no matter what, even on the bad days, even when you don't feel like it, even when progress feels slow. Keep going. Because success isn't given to those who start strong. It's given to those who never stop. Discipline over motivation. Consistency over excuses. Show up today, then show up tomorrow, then keep showing up until you become unstoppable. Number 6. Find your fire and never let it die. Passion is what separates those who try from those who persist. It's the difference between those who quit when things get tough and those who push through every obstacle until they succeed. If you want to achieve greatness in any area of your life, you need something deeper than motivation. You need fire. Because fire doesn't burn out when things get hard. Fire doesn't disappear when life throws challenges your way. Fire keeps you moving when others stop. The question is, do you have it? Too many people drift through life without passion. They wake up, go through the motions, do what they're told, follow the routine, and accept whatever life gives them. They live on autopilot, doing what's expected instead of what sets their soul on fire. And then they wonder why they feel empty, why they're unfulfilled, why nothing excites them. It's because they've lost their fire. Or worse, they never found it in the first place. But here's the truth. No one is going to hand you passion. No one is going to give you purpose. You have to find it, fuel it, and protect it, like your life depends on it. Because it does. Think about the people who inspire you the most. The ones who have built incredible careers, broken records, changed the world. Do you think they got there by accident? No, they were driven by something bigger than themselves. They found their fire, and they never let it die. When others gave up, they kept going. When obstacles appeared, they found a way through. They didn't wait for passion to find them. They created it. And you can too. So how do you find your fire? You start by paying attention to what excites you. What makes you come alive? What challenges make you want to push harder? What problems are you obsessed with solving? Passion isn't always obvious at first. Sometimes it starts as curiosity, as a small spark that grows over time. But you'll never find it if you don't try new things, step out of your comfort zone, and chase what makes you feel alive. The biggest mistake people make is assuming passion will just appear. One day, it won't. Passion is built, not found. And once you find it, you have to protect it. Because the world will try to put out your fire. People will doubt you, tell you it's impossible. Try to make you believe that your dreams aren't realistic. You will face setbacks, failures, and moments where you question if it's worth it. This is where most people give up. They let the opinions of others, the fear of failure, and the weight of challenges extinguish their passion. But you can't afford to do that. If something matters to you, fight for it. If you believe in something, pursue it with everything you have. Because if you don't, no one else will. The key to keeping your fire alive is feeding it every single day. Passion isn't a one-time decision. It's a commitment. You have to remind yourself daily why you started. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Study those who have done what you want to do. Fuel your mind with books, videos, and experiences that keep your passion burning. And most importantly, take action. Nothing fuels passion more than progress. When you see yourself getting better, when you start accomplishing small wins, your fire grows stronger. But what if you've lost your passion? What if the fire inside you has burned out? It happens. Life wears you down. Setbacks drain your energy. Failures make you question everything. But here's what you need to understand. Passion isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you can reignite. The fire is still inside you. It might be buried under doubt, under fear, under years of playing it safe, but it's still there. You just have to dig deep enough to find it. Go back to the things that once excited you. Take small steps toward the life you truly want. Remind yourself that just because you've lost passion before doesn't mean you can't get it back. You can. And you must. Passion is what turns effort into obsession. It's what makes the difference between those who quit and those who refuse to stop. The people who succeed at the highest levels aren't just working. They're chasing something they love. They're fueled by something deeper than money, deeper than fame, deeper than external rewards. They are driven by an inner fire so strong that nothing can put it out. That's the kind of passion you need. Because here's the truth. Life is short. Too short to spend it doing things that don't excite you. Too short to waste it waiting for passion to find you. Too short to let fear, doubt, or other people's opinions hold you back. If you want to live a life that truly matters, you must find your fire and never let it die. No more waiting. No more playing small. No more letting life dictate your path. Find your fire. Feed it. Protect it. And let it drive you to become everything you were meant to be. Number 7. Own your life. Your rules. Your destiny. At some point, you have to wake up and realize that your life is yours. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the perfect opportunity, the perfect plan, or the perfect conditions. If you want something, it's up to you to make it happen. Every decision, every choice, every action you take is shaping your future. Whether you realize it or not, you are the writer of your story, and it's time to own it. Too many people live as if they are powerless, as if life is something that happens to them rather than something they control. They blame their circumstances, their past, their upbringing, their environment. They complain about their job, their finances, their relationships, their health, but complaining changes nothing. Excuses don't build success. Action does. The moment you take responsibility for everything in your life, the good, the bad, the failures, the successes, is the moment you take back your power. Because as long as you blame something outside of yourself, you are giving away control. If you're broke, it's not the economy's fault. It's time to learn new skills, find new opportunities, and create a better future. If you're out of shape, it's not genetics. It's time to commit to discipline, consistency, and better choices. If you're unhappy, it's not the world's job to fix it. It's time to take action, change your habits, and build a life that fulfills you. Nothing changes until you take responsibility. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones who were handed the best circumstances. They are the ones who refuse to make excuses. They owned their situation, no matter how difficult, and took action to change it. So let me ask you, are you truly in control of your life, or are you just reacting to it? Do you wake up each day with purpose, with a plan, with the mindset that you are in charge? Or do you drift through life, waiting for something to change? Because the truth is, no one owes you anything. The world doesn't care about your potential, your dreams, or your excuses. It only rewards those who take action. Look around. How many people do you know who spend their days waiting? Waiting for the perfect time, waiting for permission, waiting until they feel ready. And where does that waiting get them? Nowhere. 5 years go by and they are in the exact same place. Do not let that be you. The life you want will not happen by accident. It won't magically appear just because you wish for it. It will only happen when you decide, without hesitation, that you are going to take control. That means no more waiting, no more blaming, no more letting fear stop you. From this moment forward, you decide how your story goes. This isn't just about career success or making money. It's about every aspect of your life. Your health, your mindset, your relationships, your happiness. It's all on you. If you want a better body, it's on you to put in the work. If you want better relationships, it's on you to communicate, to grow, to be the best version of yourself. If you want to build a business, it's on you to learn, to adapt, to keep pushing. Even when things get hard, no one else is going to do it for you. That's the mindset shift you need. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I do about it? Life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. You stop waiting for someone to tell you what to do. You stop asking for permission. You stop looking for shortcuts. You take ownership and you make it happen. Think about the version of yourself you want to be a year from now. Stronger, smarter, more successful, more confident. That version of you isn't just going to appear one day. You have to build it. And that starts right now with the choices you make today. Because every single day, you are either moving closer to the life you want or further away from it. There is no standing still. The people who win in life aren't the ones who have it easy. They're the ones who refuse to quit, who refuse to be victims, who refuse to accept anything less than the life they want. And that can be you if you make the decision to own your life. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more hoping that life will magically get better. Own it. Own your choices. Own your actions. Own your results. Because your life is yours. Your rules are yours. And your destiny is in your hands. Everything you want, every goal, every dream, every vision you have for yourself is possible. But only if you decide right now to take control of your life. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more hoping that things will change on their own. If you want something different, you have to do something different. The truth is, the person you are today is the result of the choices you made yesterday. And the person you will become a year from now will be shaped by the choices you make today. So ask yourself, are you making choices that lead you toward the life you want? Or are you staying stuck in the same patterns, hoping for a miracle that will never come? You've learned that no one is coming to save you. That knowledge means nothing without action. That fear is just a barrier you must push through. That life will hit you, but you must rise every time. That consistency beats talent. That passion fuels effort. And that ultimate success comes from owning your life, taking full responsibility, and refusing to let anything stop you. So now, the question is simple. What are you going to do? Are you going to let today be just another day, another wasted moment, another excuse? Or are you going to make today the turning point? The day you finally decide that you've had enough of waiting, enough of doubting, enough of playing small. The day you decide that you are in control of your life. Because here's the truth. You are capable of so much more than you realize. You are stronger than your excuses, more powerful than your doubts, and more resilient than your failures. But none of that matters unless you act on it. Unless you stop hesitating and start moving. Unless you stop dreaming and start doing. The clock is ticking. The days are passing. You don't have unlimited time. If you don't start now, then when? If you don't take action, who will? The life you want is waiting for you. But it won't wait forever. It's time to step up. It's time to take control. This is the first day of the new you. The stronger you. The unstoppable you. Get up. Move forward. Own your life. And never look back.